na wala na nga siya ng katuwang sa buhay, hindi pa niya makuha ang ATM. Nagmamatigas ang ever first loan at inipit pa rin daw ang ATM. Noong nakarang linggo, lumapit po sa aking tanggapan si Nanay Teresa Merihildo, 65 years old, may bahay, at misis ng isang SSS pensioner na si Tatay Maximo Merihildo. Si Tatay Maximo po ay umutang sa Ever First Loan Corporation noong 2019 hanggang sa June 2022. Ang Ever First Loan Corporation ay isang lending company na nagpapautang sa mga SSS at GSIS pensioners at ginagamit nilang ATM ng mga pensioners bilang collateral. Noong December 16, 2022, namatay po si Tatay Maximo. Nahirapan na po kunin ni Nanay Teresa ang ATM. Umiiyak si Nanay Teresa sa akin dahil kahit sa pagkakaalam niya ay bayad na ang utang ni Tatay Maximo. Akin na pong natulungan si Nanay Teresa at maayos na pong nakausap ang Ever First. Pero ang mas nakakantik sa puso ko ay ang sitwasyon ng ating mga mahirap na kababayan na kinakailangang isanla ang kanilang pension ATM para mangutang. Ang kwento po ni Nanay Teresa ay hindi bago. Madami na po akong narinig na kwento ng mga matatanda na kailangan bumili ng gamot pero hindi sila makabili dahil nandoon at nakasanla ang kanilang ATM. Sa kaso po ni Nanay Teresa, 9,500 pesos po ang kanyang pension at ang kinakaltas ng Ever First ay 9,000 kada buwan bilang hulog sa utang nila. At ang sukli na 500 pesos ay kailangan niyang dayuhin sa opisina ng Ever First upang pantawid niya buong buwan. Nawalan silang freedom of access sa kanilang mga pera. Maraming pensioners po ang lumalapit sa programa ko o dito sa opisina natin sa Senado para maitawid ang kanilang mga pangangailangan para sa gamot o pang-ospital. Hindi man sapat ang nakukuha ng mga kababayan natin sa kanilang pensyon. Malaking tulong pa rin ito sa mga mahirap nating kababayan na talagang walang ipon. Kaya kapag ito ay naipit dahil sa sanla, ATM, walang-wala na talagang pinagkukunan itong mga lolo at lola natin. Bakit pa nagkakanito ang mga pensioners? Una, wala silang ipon. Di naman kaila na ang karamihan sa ating mga kababayan ay isang kahig at isang tuka. Kung anong kinita ngayon ay sapat lang sa pang-araw-araw. And that is why we have laws establishing the SSS and GSIS. We have RA 11199 or the Social Security Act of 2018 and RA 8291 or the Government Service Insurance System Act of 1997. In these laws, we enforce and regulate a means for our people to save through monthly contributions supplemented by shares from their employers. In these insurance systems, our people will have something to rely on for health, death, and other unforeseen incidents. Through these laws, they do not have to become a charity case. They grow old with some form of dignity. Pero ang problema po ay kulang na kulang ang pensyon ng mga retirees natin. Hindi ito sapat para sa kanilang sariling pangangailangan at sa kanilang mga pamilya. Kaya napipilitan po silang mangutang. But it is very difficult for the poor to secure loans from banks and other financial institutions. They just take loans from relatives or friends. But if none could give them, these Sangla ATM lending institutions provide an easy mode for securing a loan. They just turn over the ATM and their PIN code and they're able to secure a loan with the pension ATM as their collateral. The problem, my dear colleagues, which I've encountered so many times with the complaints that I receive, is that our elderly pensioners are being taken advantage of. Their scheming children, relatives, or caregivers take their pension ATMs and take on a loan on their behalf, sometimes forging their signatures. These pensioners are unaware that loans have been taken under their name, or sometimes they are coerced to agreeing to their able-bodied caregiver or relatives. At kapag kailangan talaga nila ng pera para sa kanilang pagkain, utilities, gamot o pang-doktor, sila ang walang napagkukunan. Karapatan naman po ng bawat tao na umutang kung gusto nila, basta't naayon sa batas ang mga kasunduan. Wala namang masama po dito. Ang hindi ko pa matanggap ay ang binigay natin sa ating batas upang maprotektahan ang ating mga pensioners sa kanilang pagtatanda ay nawala dahil sa sangla ATM. Kung tutusin, itong pagbigay ng pensyon sa pamagitan ng ATM ay para sana mapadali ang pagkuha ng pensyon ng ating mga lolo at lola. Pero ngayon, ito ay napapasama pa dahil sa sangla ATM. Let us remember, the policy behind the creation of the SSS and GSIS is social justice. This is a mandate of the Constitution. Social justice, according to Jose P. Laurel, is the humanization of laws in the equalization of social and economic forces by the state. To put it simply, as stated by my favorite president, Ramon Magsaysay, those who have less in life should have more in law. Excuse me. Pursuant to this mandate, we established the SSS and GSIS with a goal in mind to establish a sound and viable tax-exempt social security system suitable to the needs of the people, which shall promote social justice through savings and ensure meaningful social security protection to members of their beneficiaries against the hazards of disability, sickness, maternity, old age, death, and other contingencies resulting in loss of income or financial burden. Ang pensyon po na nakukuha sa SSS at GSIS ay a matter of public policy. This is not your regular insurance. This is provided by law pursuant to our public policy on social justice. Now, if this public policy is being hindered by schemes such as Sanla ATM, then we have to do something. What exactly is Sanla ATM? It is a form of informal lending wherein the ATM card is used as the collateral and where the lender uses the ATM card or debit card to withhold the payment from the salary payment on every pay until the entire amount is repaid. According to the Bangko Sentral survey in 2014, 39.9% of collaterals used for loan is Sanla ATMs. This is bigger than the use of land, appliances, vehicle, or harvest as collateral. Given this data, the fact that SSS has 1,946,029 retirement pensioners, while the GSIS has 372,992 old age pensioners, we must look if there's a need to regulate the use of the pension ATM as collateral in Sanla ATM system. At the moment, there is no prohibition or regulation governing the Sanla ATM transactions. During the 17th Congress, the matter of Sanla ATM was already raised by our courageous Senator Grace Poe in Senate Resolution 632. She emphasized our state policy to regulate the establishment of lending companies and to prevent and mitigate as far as practicable practices prejudicial to public interest. But to balance this policy, the resolution recognized that access to financial is an inseparable component of ensuring inclusive growth and poverty reduction. Tama po. We have to regulate Sanla ATM, but we also acknowledge that to the poor, this is their only means to secure fast loans. Kailangan din po ibalanse. The matter was taken up by the Committee on Banks, Financial Institution, and Currencies presided by its then Chair, Senator Francis Cordero. During the hearing, the concerns regarding Sanla ATM were raised, but in the end, it was concluded that it is legitimate means of securing loan. The BSP held its opinion on whether there is a need to prohibit it outright. But the said hearing was held in 2018, or almost 5 years ago. I believe that there are still legitimate concerns regarding this mode of securing loans. And given new laws governing our banks and other related matters, maybe it is time to conduct an inquiry whether the system of Sanla ATM is a matter that needs regulation or even legislation. Mr. President, I'm looking to proposing the prohibition or regulation of the use of SSS and GSI's pension ATM as a collateral and providing corresponding penalties. And while we are on this matter, I would like to find out the stand of Central Bank and the Monetary Board with regard to the use of ATMs or debit cards as collateral for loans by lending companies. What are the implications of Sanla ATM to the security of our banking system and its compliance with all our other laws? And let us see if there are abusive lending practices in these, if there are abusive lending practices in these transactions. Finally, seeing the plight of our elderly regarding securing loans, an inquiry on the possibility of providing lower interest rates for our pensioners and a ceiling on the loans they take should also be conducted, Mr. President. The opinion of our economists and financial experts would be key to the development of policies surrounding this matter. I ask the support of my dear colleagues for us to provide genuine social justice for our people. Hindi po yung salita lang or batas sa papel. Let us make them feel what really means to have more in law. Good afternoon, Mr. President and my dear colleagues. Magandang hapon po.
Narito ang inyong mga comments sa ating mga video. Lahat po ng newsflash video ay makikita sa aking newsflash playlist. Sa mga gusto naman po ng mga biblical topics, punta po kayo sa aking channel na Mahaphir TV. Para sa mga gustong mag-order ng Fermax Firmang and Lifting Cream and Immune System Booster, contact Mr. Dante Maravillas on Facebook. Cell phone number 090865537757.